Hello, Tobias Mann for the Freed Up Thoughts blog. Today I'm going to be going over Paranoid Android 3.99 and some of the cool features it has to offer as a ROM. The first of which I'm going to show you is the hybrid engine. We can access the hybrid engine by going to the menu and heading over to the settings. And scroll down and select hybrid properties. And this is going to bring us to the launch cards. These are kind of like presets for Paranoid Android. The first of which sets presets for colors in the status bar and the nav bar at the bottom. So I'm going to actually apply one of these and show you what this means. Alright, now that it's been applied and the system UI has been reset, I'm going to head down back to home and then I'm going to launch Google+. As you can see, the status bar has been changed so that it is now white, and the nav bar at the bottom has also been changed so that it's white. Let's head back into the hybrid settings and I'll show you a couple of the other presets. The next preset I'm going to show you is the tablet UI. This will give you a 4.1 Android tablet UI on your Nexus 4. So as you can see, the navigation buttons have been pushed over here, and now I have notifications on the right. You can still access your quick settings by clicking up by the clock, but it gives you the kind of tablet UI you could expect. Now if the tablet UI just isn't your thing, you can select the phablet UI and give that a try, and that's going to apply a lower DPI system UI and use the 600p interface similar to that on the Nexus 7. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Swiping down from the status bar will give you your quick settings and notifications. You have a much smaller navigation bar at the bottom. It will not change the apps in here though. Most of the apps are still going to be the way they normally are. Only the system UI gets changed when you adjust these. And of course you can always go back to the stock UI of your phone. But this wouldn't be a good custom ROM if you couldn't tweak these settings for yourself. So if you head into the interface tab, you can adjust the system UI size. I like about 280 dpi. You can choose whether or not you have a nav bar and how large it's going to be. I like disabling the nav bar altogether and using the Pi, which I'll get to in a little bit. You can also edit these on a per app basis, which is one of the nicest things about Paranoid Android. So the example I always use is for Chrome. In my opinion, the phone interface of Chrome is pretty good, but I prefer if it took up less space on my screen. So by pushing the DPI to somewhere around 250, the address bar gets shrunken just enough that it's still usable but takes up less space. So I'm going to apply that and show you what that looks like. As you can see, the navigation bar and the address bar has been shrunken down, while the buttons are still easily accessible, albeit quite a bit smaller. So that's the hybrid engine. The next thing I'm going to show you is the Pi launcher. And to access the Pi launcher without disabling the nav bar, you can actually just hold down on the power button and click the full screen or Pi mode. It's also accessible from the quick settings menu. And I'm actually going to show you how to access your notifications in quick settings while Pi mode is enabled. Just swipe up from the bottom bezel and it's going to give you a clock and a notification section on this side. Swiping up on the clock side will give you your quick settings, while swiping up on the notification side is going to give you your notifications. Pi operates just like a notification. It just squishes everything up onto this Pi that pops out of your finger. Just pull up and then throw your finger over to where you want it. So that's PyLauncher. The last feature I'd like to show you is called Halo. Halo is Paranoid Android's notification / multitasking tool. It's this little bubble that pops out anytime you have a notification or a pinned application and allows you to access a miniature window of that application without leaving what you're already in. So I just launched a miniature window of Chrome, which might be useful for doing some research while not leaving, say, something like Google+. So if I'm trying to remember where I downloaded an APK from so I can share it to somebody on Google+, I can quick look it up there. But another nice feature about it is notifications get funneled through that. I just sent a message to myself, and if I tap on it, it's going to bring up the message here, and I can actually just reply to it right in that mini message window. Now, if you don't want to reply to it in the mini message window, you can actually just exit out and go to your recently used apps and pull it up there in a full screen. So there you have it. That's been Paranoid Android 3.99 for the Nexus 4. If any major features come out in the next release, I will be sure to update this video. Thanks for watching, and please visit my website at www.freedupthoughts.com.